There are many journeys in life that unfold unexpectedly. Where they will end up is unclear until we arrive and take in the beauty of the destination. My journey with El Sistema developed in this way, and it all began with a poster. I began playing the cello at the age of 8, carrying on the tradition that every family member of mine played a musical instrument. As I progressed through middle and high school, I began to encounter the wonderful community of the orchestra. I became part of a family and found people with whom I connected on a social, emotional, and musical level. I loved having that community, and the more I grew to love playing cello, the more I wondered how I could help others with my music. When I arrived to college as a cello performance major, my desire to make a difference and reach out to people was making me question my dream of being a musician. I did not see how my two passions could be joined. And then one fall day of my freshman year, I discovered a poster that had been placed in my School of Music building. It described a new El Sistema-inspired program with People's Music School in Chicago, known as the Yours Project, that was providing free music education to a low-income Hispanic neighborhood and needed volunteer teachers. I showed up and taught my first group cello lesson there a week later, and so the journey began. I taught with Yours and another El Sistema program with the Ravinia Festival during my 4 years of college, growing in my knowledge of the El Sistema philosophy and seeing music bring joy and unity to people in areas of town that were often overlooked. I saw the importance of investing in my students' lives and realized I had just as much to learn from them as they did from me. It was a student like Leilani, a passionate, lively 8th grader who quickly fell in love with playing the cello, who showed me that music can make a positive impact on people's lives. As I learned about the history of El Sistema, how it began in a garage in Venezuela in order to keep kids away from gang violence and grew to become a movement that has reached thousands of underserved areas around the world, I realized that there is a way to use music to bring healing and encouragement to people's lives. And then my path took a new turn. I was given the opportunity halfway through college to teach music in Peru and see an El Sistema program on its home continent. I performed side by side with Paul, a Trujillo symphony cellist who was provided with a free cello and music education because of an El Sistema program. He now conducts an orchestra with that very program. I witnessed a familial culture of an orchestra in a whole new way, amazed by the enrichment the Peruvian culture added to the program. As I became adopted into that family, I learned firsthand that music not only brings people in the same place together, but it transcends cultural, socioeconomic, and linguistic boundaries. I returned to Peru the following summer to continue teaching cello and to be engulfed in that warm family once again. By the time my senior year began, I felt the tug of a path, but I couldn't see its direction. I knew that I had discovered something beautiful in El Sistema and had formed a deep desire to provide free music education to people of all places. But how? The final turn that led me to my current destination all began through an email. I reached out to El Sistema colleagues to ask their advice on what to do upon graduating, and I was introduced to a word that was shocking and disturbing: Alaska. Go to Alaska and be part of the first class to earn an MAT at the university while working with JAM, Juneau, Alaska Music Matters. And so began my journey in the beautiful state of Alaska. I am immersed in a new culture with different needs and am eagerly observing how El Sistema philosophy is transforming this community. As I learn how to more effectively reach people using my gift of music, I celebrate that I have found something that brings purpose to what I do and love. And that is how I know that no matter how the road turns, this is only the beginning of my journey with El Sistema.